Well, greetings, Street Fair fans. Everyone captivated or just held captive. I'm Chuck Bumgarner with the News Banner, and to my left, behind you guys, is Justin Pieper, also a fellow News Banner reporter.
Hola.
Hola, he's a Spanish teacher, as you can tell, and as you can tell, we're going to be making up a lot of stuff tonight and kind of doing this on the fly. As you can probably hear in the distance, the opening night parade is starting for the 103rd, we believe, Street Fair. An annual tradition that some people love and, well, some people don't. Now, Justin and I are on different sides of the aisle. Justin, tell us about your infatuation with this thing.
It's by far the best 5 days in Bluffton and Wells County. I know Chip doesn't agree with me on that, but I can't imagine a better 5 days than what we're about to see starting tonight all the way through Saturday.
Well, you should note that Justin neither has to drive, work, or anywhere be near a street fair. So he doesn't have to be forced to it. I kind of agree with the governor of Indiana back in the 50s, who actually sent the state police to block street fair and tear down the tent.
But Chet, we know that that didn't last.
That man was a visionary.
Wells County judges did an injunction and made that null and void. So we're very thankful for their vision.
That was a case of, you know, judicial activism gone wrong, let me tell you.
I don't know. I think that the current judge, Judge Carricoff, would do the same thing if that happened today. What do you think?
I don't know about Carricoff. All I know is I'm voting for that governor in the next year. He's dead. He died 20 years ago, but I don't care. So as you can see, the first is the Bluffton Police Department, followed by the Wells County Sheriff. Now, you used to cover them for the paper.
Yes, it used to be a full-time job.
They praised you at one point.
They did, and if they ever come after me, I will definitely comply.
Now, you weren't conducting a criminal act during the tasing, right?
Let's move on.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Bluffton and Wells County Sheriff and Austin Police, them.
Police will soon be getting a new van, is that right, for some dare activities?
That is correct. Officer Stephanie Tucker, she shaved her head as a fundraiser, raised $11,000, I believe. Right, for
Austin Elementary for the dare?
For the dare mobile, correct. Wonderful. Yeah, so basically a mobile dare vehicle. So, and it was fascinating. I didn't watch it, but I saw photos of her shaving her head, and it was fascinating, kind of frightening at the same time.
Would you do something like that for the News Banner if we needed to raise some capital quickly for a new press?
If it meant getting rid of street fair, hands down, definitely.
I'll talk with Mark about that to make sure that never happens.
Now, we just had Bluffton Fire Chief Bob Plummer walk by. He will be retiring here, I think, by the end of this month. Oh, I don't know when. But
later this month.
Yeah, so, and then Chris Broderick, who is currently the inspector, he will be replacing him.
I'm pretty sure Bob will definitely miss the street fair. He's been around for quite some time. And
I'm sure he's dealt with enough crisis situations that he won't miss it, but we will miss him. He was a good guy.
I'm sure he'll come back for the fair.
Well, he'll live in Florida, I think, so that's quite the commitment. I believe that's Ben Powers on the old-fashioned fire truck. I could be wrong. And you'll definitely be needing the EMS if you eat too much of the street fair food. They're always good for that.
So many good delicacies.
So what's your favorite?
Probably, that's a good question. I'm a big fan of the Zum Sticks.
The Zum Sticks.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm more traditional. The old-fashioned corn dog.
Okay.
You know? I wonder why Pinedo United Methodist never made a plum stick.
That's a good question. We might have to find that out.
Or viewers at home, send us your comments. Let us know. Chester Township. Does each township have a volunteer fire department? Do you know? I don't know.
Let's see here, Chester. I believe they do, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
There you go. And obviously they're also first responders, so a lot of times when there's a crash, they'll be there first too.
I wonder if there's ever been an accident during street fair during the parade in which they've been called away.
You know what? We'll have to ask reporter Glenn Whirling. He's been at the News Banner, I think, since the first street fair. And he knows a lot of this stuff, so we'll have to ask. Or Joe Schmeckens. And maybe this is a shameless advertisement, I don't know, but Joe Schmeckens just wrote a book about the history of Wells County and the familiar faces. He might know.
Right.
But that's a good question. I'll comment. I don't know. I do not know.
It's a lot of fire trucks.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
You know, I've never ridden a fire truck before.
Really?
No, it's something I'd like to do.
I wonder how comfortable it'd be, or I don't know. If any firefighters are watching this, comment below,
yes,
let us know on Facebook. Let us know what it's like.
And if you can give us a ride, we'd like to.
Sure.
We'd like to come along sometime.
Indeed. Just gonna mess with the camera a little bit, zoom out so people can see better. Boy, there are a lot of fire trucks.
Yeah. This looks like a relatively fire truck.
Yeah, it does. I know the city of Bluffton is trying to get a new fire truck, but they've been having some issues with quotes, or just getting the price of what they want. So see, it really looks like if riding a fire truck, you got to be the kid of a firefighter. So I don't know how old your dad is, but you think he'd be interested?
I think he'd be on that stage in his life.
You think he'd be on that stage in life?
You?
Well, my dad is 63, so I'm skeptical. But you never know.
One never knows.
That's true. While we're waiting, we got a little bit of a, on Facebook, News Banner Facebook page, we asked people to share some of their favorite memories of Street Fair, and Justin and I have a copy of some of them. I'm just going to read a few here. Let's see.
Becky?
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're thinking Becky Bogner. We apologize. We might mispronounce some of these last names.
Becky Bogner remembers the bad blood between the 3 county school bands. And speaking of the bands, Wednesday night, right?
Wednesday night is the band parade.
Bands will be here. More than 10 bands this year.
Might be, but yeah, we get bands from all over the area. And speaking of schools, Judy Kroll, and again, we apologize for mispronouncing these names. She says she remembers wearing her green corduroy skirt and white blouses for Lancaster for the school parade on Friday. It was mandatory for us to be there in our school colors. Then Mom and Dad would bring a picnic basket and spend the day.
Now you have to remember, Chet, when you were younger, coming up to the fair on Saturdays and having a great time as a kid.
When
right?
I was 8 years old, I loved Street Fair.
Yes.
But when I was 8 years old, I also loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Scooby-Doo. So I'm not sure if the 8-year-old version of me is really worth a good judge of these things.
Street Fair brings out the kid in all of me.